Polling is now underway for 288 assembly seats in Maharashtra and 90 seats in Haryana. It is a high-stakes battle between the BJP and the Congress and the INLD in Haryana, and the BJP, Congress, NCP, Shiv Sena and Raj Thakre's Maharashtra Navnirman Sena in Maharashtra. Some 10 crore people are expected to vote today. It's a five-cornered contest in Maharashtra. Both the ruling and the opposition alliances, that's the NCP, Congress and the BJP, Shiv Sena, fell apart before the elections over seat sharing. Raj Thakre's MNS is also in the fray. The front runners for the Chief Minister's post from the BJP are State Chief Devendra Fadnavis and Senior Leader Eknath Khadse. With the BJP hoping that the Modi wave of the Lok Sabha elections will work this time as well, the battle for the two states is also being seen as a referendum on the Prime Minister's popularity. In Haryana, it's an epic battle, a high-stakes three-cornered contest between the Congress, the BJP and Om Prakash Chautala's INLD. The Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda is seeking a third term. The big question, will Modi trump his chances? The BJP is attempting to ride to power on its own for the first time in Haryana, having parted ways with Kuldeep Bishnoi's Janhit Congress. The Haryana elections are also being seen as a vote on the Prime Minister's popularity. The BJP made him the face of its campaign in the state. But first to Maharashtra, my colleagues Radhika Ketki and Saurabh now join me from there. I want to take it first. In fact, Radhika, Iyer, Suresh Kalmadi in Pune, also important candidate over there. Corruption is a huge issue in this election. How is this going to work against the Congress? The Chief Minister gave a fairly explosive interview on scandals in the government, in the last government as well. What's happening in Pune amongst voters?
Well, Prithviraj Chavan, Maya is contesting from Karad. It's going to be a very, very interesting contest there, which of course is about 3 hours away from Pune city itself. This of course is Western Maharashtra. The region contributes a large chunk out of the 288 assembly seats in Maharashtra. But Pune city itself, it's very, very interesting given there are 8 seats. To give you an example, in 2009, we saw a clear split. The BJP got 2 seats, the Congress got 2 seats, one for the NCP, one for the MNS. So clearly this is one region which believes in issues and votes on the basis of issue. But before we get to the issues, we of course are coming to you from Prabhat Road, which is a residential locality. Early risers, of course, voting began at 7 in the morning. Madam, आप कह रही थी कि वोटर लिस्ट काफी मेस्ड अप था लास्ट इलेक्शन में. इस बार डोर टू डोर कैंपेन हुआ है और काफी लार्ज कैंपेन.
भी हमको वोटर स्लिप्स नहीं मिली है.
नहीं मिली. तो आप क्या वोट कर पाए हैं?
हाँ, वो अभी हमने वो हमारे कॉर्पोरेटर है ना माधुरी सहस्त्रबुद्धे, उनके यहाँ से मैंने वोटर स्लिप ले ली और अभी वोटिंग करके आई हूँ.
अच्छा, तो आप गई थी खुद डोर टू डोर कैंपेन में? वो
नहीं.
Okay, still some issues it seems, because there were close to 1,70,000 voters whose names went missing in the Lok Sabha election. Sir, I saw you looking at this list. You carried all the 4 slips with you. Are you doing a round of check before you bring your entire family here to cast?
Yes, so since I stay close by, so I could come and check whether my name is there and my family names are there. It is there. So I got the voter slip.
It is there?
It is there. It is there. I have been voting for the last 30 years I have been voting. I never miss the voting. Okay. So I always get the slip.
Okay, so this is one exercise which I noticed, Maya, because a lot of people are coming here, checking if their names are there on the list and then fetching the entire family. Madam, आपने वोट किया है?
किया है.
क्या चाहती है आप अपने नए एमएलए से?
क्लीन सिटी और औरत के लिए कुछ होना चाहिए ज्यादा.
क्लीन सिटी, महिला वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, महिला के लिए कुछ करें.
महिला के लिए कुछ सीनियर सिटीजन है उनके लिए ज्यादा ये होना चाहिए.
Some level of empowerment for the senior citizen.
ऑटो रिक्शा वाले वो तो बहुत ही दादागिरी से बात करते हैं.
हाँ, तो पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट रिलायबल.
सीनियर सिटीजन्स के लिए उन्होंने कुछ करना चाहिए.
Okay, let me get in a young employee here. A lot of people have mentioned to me that the traffic here is a huge mess. The public transport is not reliable. PMT, which is Pune Municipal Transport, seems to be outdated. What is it that you've kept in mind when you casted your vote?
In addition to the city, Pune being a hub of education, we don't see any international schools here. Neither Pune University, they have tied up with any global schools. Why can't this become a global hub? Why do we need to send our children abroad paying thousands of dollars outside?
Sure.
Can't we, as Maharashtra being an education hub for such a long time, we still don't have any international Wharton School or Harvard here.
Right.
So we
the
want
Oxford
that.
of the East that it is referred to, like he rightly mentioned, this of course is the education hub. A lot of your income, you work in
Yes.
the software
Yes.
industry, a lot of your income, you said, moves away to tax. Do you see any level of returns? Of course, it's not an investment, but do you see that returning in some way or the other in terms of good infrastructure?
We have seen some improvement, but it's a long way to go.
Okay.
Because our tax regime is, in par with most of the global countries in the world. But if you see the facilities that they get, even a country like Malaysia, which is much smaller than us, if you go and see the roads there, why can't we have when we are paying so much of tax? Almost 60 to 70% of my income goes in some or the other tax, be it sales tax, income tax, luxury tax, cess, education cess, everything. But we don't see that return.
What
So
is
we
the
want
return?
that return.
We want a return. A lot of my income goes away in tax, this young man says. But what do we get in return? A brief point from you, sir. This region, like I was mentioning, Maya, is very, very significant. Western Maharashtra, three seats which are very, very interesting. Like I mentioned, Karad, where former Chief Minister Prithviraj Chauhan is contesting from. He, of course, is facing Congress rebels in that particular region. Then there is Sholapur, which is the bastion of Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde. His daughter, of course, is contesting from there. And very importantly, Baramati, which is very close by, about 18 kilometers from here, where, of course, Mr. Sharad Pawar and family has had a stronghold for the last some time. But it will be very, very interesting to see whether the BJP and the Shiv Sena are managing to make inroads in these areas which are otherwise considered the NCP and Congress bastion. Politically, यहाँ की जनता काफी aware रही है. इस बार कौन से ऐसे मुद्दे हैं politically जो वो सोचेंगे?
Most of we are aware that such as scams are taking
Yes.
place in Maharashtra especially. I was told that Maharashtra, though it has not come in public, but Maharashtra corruption is equivalent to all the corruption including. Of course, 2G
so
except
corruption
it.
is
It's
one
the highest.
huge issue. So these are the issues really that they have kept in mind when they cast their vote. And like I said, a huge chunk really. Pune district alone has about 21 seats out of the 288. Voting looks good so far, but whether it will be better than the 54% voter turnout from the Lok Sabha election is something we should wait and watch till 5 in the evening, Maya.
Right, Radhika. Thanks for joining us with all that information from Pune. Ketki Angre, I want to come across to you actually. One of the most interesting things, at least to a lay person on the Maharashtra elections this time, is the fact that there are so many sons and daughters of former politicians across party lines who are contesting in this election. Now, we hear about dynasty politics a lot when you talk about election campaigns and a sense of political entitlement. How are Mumbai's voters looking at this critical issue of the children of politicians, many of them who have taints against them as well, coming out to contest in this election?
Sure, Maya, let's put that question to a voter who's actually come in early and already voted. We talk about dynasty politics, but we also see that repeating every time around. As someone who's a voter, is that something you're particularly discerning about, or you go on the basis of merit, whether it's from a dynastic family or not?
I go on the basis of merit, whichever may be there.
So it doesn't matter if they're sons and daughters of politicians?
Not at all. Not to me at least.
All right. Also, you're in Colaba, you vote here, you stay here, you voted for 30 years. But Colaba has also been notorious for a poor voting percentage in many elections.
Well, year by year, the turnout increases. People have become very conscious here. People have become more aware. They have taken out their time. And this year also, I expect a very good turnout from what I gather from my circles.
And we also see that this is the first time in decades that Maharashtra is actually going to be able to vote for different parties and not alliances. Is that being spoiled for choice or being confused?
I think it is not confused. Certainly Maharashtra is not confused. But they are, I think, as I said, that they will be lot of the parties will be voting. Many parties will be voted for this, and I don't want to mention any single party out, but there is a lot of by choice. Basically, it's by choice.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. Maharashtra, of course, Maya, like you pointed out as well, there are all those dynastic connections and family connections, and it's not only in one party, it's across the board. So whether it's the NCP, there are at least two combinations of father and son. In the Congress also, there's the father and son combination. In the NCP, once again, there's a husband and wife combination, both of them fighting elections from Gadchiroli. In BJP also, although Prime Minister Narendra Modi did say in Haryana, stay away from dynastic politics. In BJP also, there is a representation given to families, whether it's Pankaja Munde, Pritam Munde contesting for the Lok Sabha bypoll in Bid, or whether it's Vijay Kumar Gavit, who earlier was in the NCP and now has moved to the BJP. So apart from dynastic connections, there are also a whole lot of switch artists, if you can call them that, a lot of them who've now moved to different parties when they didn't really get a ticket from the party that they wanted to contest from. And that also has thrown open the election, especially because earlier with alliances, the numbers would be restricted. Now, as parties had to look for more candidates, they just went around looking for candidates who could fit the bill rather than actually give seats to some of their own people, looking on winnability also as one of the factors.